Cincinnati is the latest team. I think they're the third team this week alone to get hundreds of millions of dollars in public money. And, you had said it yesterday that death of public financing was supposed to be what happened when the people of Missouri spoke out and said, "Hey, we are not paying for another stadium in Kansas City." And now here we are.
You're going to
And
pay for two.
there's probably been 30. There's probably been 30 stadiums in the past year that have all gotten public financing. So is it just is it just a fight that the public should just give up on?
Oh, well, I would say that because I never want the public to give up on fighting for what they believe and what they want to do. But people after Marlins Park got financed in '09, people said, Samson, you killed it for everyone. I just got a DM from someone who said, you killed our ability to get a stadium done because of your bad deal. And I laughed at that person, but in a respectful, intellectual way by saying, our deal was like 70-30. Your deal over there is going to be like 90-10. Give me a break. So, public financing, as I told you, and I'll tell you again, it's not stopping ever. Public financing, tax benefits, tax incentives for business is a part of our world. Tax incentives. They're used to get firms to operate in your city, to relocate to your city. They're used to help mom and pop stores open on a corner. They're used to help big conglomerates choose your city as a place because then employees come and then it helps your economy. It is a loss leader to being a great city. Hey, come and move your company here, please. Yes, we have professional sports. We have museums. We have bike lanes. We have open parks. We have open fields. We've got great restaurants. The reason why you have a tourist board, whatever it's called in your city, is those are people in charge of marketing your city. And to market your city, they want things to do. How many times do you go on the web? 10 things to do while you're in Memphis. You think there's not incentives for certain things to be on Beale Street? You can bet your bippy it is, and that purposefully. So all of the public financing that happens, Ohio, what an interesting case. They do a deal with Cleveland. They knew they were doing a deal with Cincinnati. It was all part of the same thing where you're not going to take care of, if you are the governor of a state, you have a really hard time if you take care of Peter without taking care of Paul, or the left hand without taking care of the right hand. And so what you will hear people say with all the money going in Cincinnati and football, Coca, you'll hear people say, oh, it's part of the NFL deal and it's sort of like a loan from the NFL, and the NFL puts money in and then the owner puts money in and the public puts money in. There is a whole system in place in the NFL to make it seem like they're not taking too much public money, but they are. They're taking it in infrastructure. They're taking it in other ways, as well as just straight contributions to construction. And I would just tell you that we have a way to spin things so it can look better to fans, but none of it looks good enough to ever put it up to a vote.
The thing that makes me laugh a little bit is Ohio is using what it says is, I think it's $1.7 billion worth of unclaimed funds. And that people can, I guess it's like write in or submit to claim those funds if those funds are theirs. So if the state knows whose funds those are, why? I mean, I guess it's because I am just so naive and just, a complete fool to think that things should work the way that they do work. Why is the state using what is this unclaimed fund if they, A, know whose funds it is, but they still call it unclaimed funds, and B, why are they not using unclaimed funds to fund things other than the renovation of stadiums?
You've got to think about a lost and found. A lot of stuff in a lost and found is marked. A lot of it has names associated with it. It doesn't mean you're going around looking to make sure. There was a great documentary that I watched about airport lost and founds and how crazy they are every day with stuff, and how people are trying to get luggage and computers and phones. They're trying to get those pieces reunited with their customers. And it only works occasionally. because you can't find a password or hack in, or you can't figure out what's in the luggage, even though they open it and look through for clues what's inside your luggage. There are websites where you may have uncollected tax refunds and you don't know it. You may have money in a bank account that you don't know about. And there is so much money in these that it would blow your mind, but it's $1 here, $100 here, $4,000 here, $5,000 there. The list goes on, and it gets into the millions and millions and tens of millions of dollars. Why not use it? Now the argument. Why not use it for teachers? Why not use it for first responders? The answer is, I'm sorry to tell you, that making sure that the Bengals are in Cincinnati and the Browns are in Cleveland is far more important to the politicians on both sides of the aisle than giving teachers or first responders a couple of dollar raise per hour.